the look, the feel of cotton, the fabric of our lives. Whose lives? We died. His story of fabrication, their little white lie. Society need not apologize for that which was prophesied. You see, only for a little while will the wicked profit off our demise. The Spanish, the Dutch, and the Portuguese baptized God's seed in the name of Christianity. But in doing so, it was their own conscience they sought to ease, 'cause baptisms afforded safe passage through purgatory. Diabolical merchants exported the fruit of my mother tree for free. Pagans peddled their chattel across the seas, took full advantage of the ultimate franchise opportunity. SLAVERY. Say it with me now. Slavery, yes, slavery. Drudgery and toil, selling stolen spoils. Curse of the universe. Karma repays tenfold. Punishment worth its weight in gold. A debt settled with their souls. The look, the feel of cotton, the fabric of our lives. Whose lives? We died. His story, history. A fabrication, their little white lie.
Two stories about snow, because like you, I'm a Californian. I grew up in the valley. So I remember seeing my first snowfall, but that wasn't actually my first snowfall. It snowed once, I was told, when I was a baby, maybe like 1 or 2. And in Southern California, it never snows. So supposedly, it was such a weird day that it was actually snowing in LA that my parents had gone outside and they kind of lost track of me. And then the next thing they knew, I was outside too, running around in the front yard, and I had taken all my clothes off to play in the snow because they must have thought it was like cotton or something. I don't know. So they were out standing outside, with this little black baby, naked, dancing in the snow. But I don't remember that. So I never saw snow fall from the sky until I moved to New York after I graduated from school. And I remember the first snowfall. It was just like you described. It happened at night, and it was magical because I had never seen it fall. And I had been waiting and waiting for it to snow, and there had been the couple days where you saw just like the flake or two, and then it would stop. And then one night, it was really cold, and someone said, look out the window, and I looked out the window, and it was quiet. That was the part I didn't anticipate, was that snow falling, that there was no noise going with it. It was just so beautiful to see the little individual flakes, and it was so much more than I thought it was going to be. It was actually really, really beautiful. And we got dressed and we went outside. And I thought it was beautiful for a long time. And that must have been like in November. And then like in February, it was still cold. And that snow was still there. Except now it was like piled up on the side of the road and would never melt. And it was like...
Was it black?
No, it wasn't dirty. It wasn't black. No, I'm not going to say that. But I will say I never learned to navigate the big slush puddles. You'd step off the curb and you would think you'd be stepping on the asphalt, but it would be that big black puddle of water, and I always got wet and dirty. But I just remember that it was so beautiful when it first came down in November. But like Valentine's Day, I remember thinking, okay, I want this cold weather to be over. And then end of February, it was still really cold. And then, like, beginning of March, it was still really cold. And, like, end of March, it was still really cold. When is this going to end? So I don't know what my metaphor is with snow, except it's...
I think, no, you said something interesting. I have to go back to it.
What?
She said, in her young, like they always say how she remembered her family remembrance and stuff. She said, I must have thought it was cotton.
Black people can't escape their ancestry, is what you say. That's
Mommy, I'm supposed to be picking this. I'm picking the cotton right out the sky, Mama. I'm picking the cotton right out the sky. Cotton from the sky.
It's a miracle, Lord. It's falling from the sky.
having to, every day they go out the house, they have to put on layers of clothes to get to work. And then when they get to work, they take off some of the layers so they can work. And then if they go to lunch outside the building, they got to, put the layers back on, all that back and forth. It's not for me. It's nice to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. Even though I really like Brooklyn. That was really nice.
It's wrong of me to assume that just because somebody's black, that they are afraid, that they don't want to live in the cold. It is an incorrect assumption that black people do not like the snow. That is, in fact, even say black people is a political 1960s assumption. I would have to be more accurate and say people of African descent do not necessarily have to hate the snow. In fact, people, they go on ski trips or,
Well, I don't know. Because I think I can only talk about me. You know what I mean? I think I can only talk about me. And I was born in Savannah, Georgia. So I think indigenously, like when I went home after having lived away for a long time, and I was actually as a child only there for 2 years, from age of being born until I was 2, and then my mother was traveling a lot. What was interesting was when I returned, at the age, I guess, around 28 or something like that, my body and my mind immediately identified with the heat, the humidity, and it's almost like my muscles unwind as soon as I got off the plane. So it was almost cellular, my identification with that particular climate. And there was, from that cellular reaction, there was then a mental reaction as well, and a certain kind of unexplainable familiarity that made me feel as if I had come home. Now, when I think about the cold in particular, literally I can't think in the cold. I cannot think. And I'm angry. It's very easy for me to have, I already have a challenge when it comes to patience, but there's something about being cold that makes the inability to have tolerance more apparent. It literally is a physical thing. So when I said about going to Georgia and I felt like cellularly something happened, my muscles relaxed or whatever, in that same context, in the cold, I have a literal visceral reaction. My muscles tense up. I find my brain doesn't lubricate very well. And because of that, my emotional state is erratic. And I've gotten used to it. So then I have then programmed myself to actually